Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Salam Media. It is now 8:45. The last segment of the show is going to be one where we're going to be finding out a bit more about the first event of its type in South Africa, and it's going to be hosted in Gauteng for the first time ever. Amazing. Do you want to know what it is? Well, we're going to be having the first ever Gauteng Women in Sports Awards happening in Gauteng this year. Quite an amazing feat. And to tell us more about that, we're going to be joined by the chairperson of Footballing Girls, the organization that will be making this awards possible in partnership with the Gauteng Sport Confederation and the Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation. Moonira Ramathula, thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening for joining us on Salam Media to tell us more about this awards and how exactly you came about putting the first ever Women in Sports Awards in Gauteng together.
Thank you very much. Look, I think it was always the vision and the dream when we started the Regional Women in Sports Awards. We started out in Ekurhuleni in 2018. And then last year it kind of just spiraled. I mean, we included Westland and City of Johannesburg. And out of the blue, I got calls from the City of Tshwane saying, why are we not included? And we ended up having 20 Women in Sports Awards. It's kind of difficult, when you live equality for women and you live women empowerment to exclude people out, but it's never intentional. It's just that, we are a self-funded organization, so, funding is very difficult to come by. So it is what it is. And this year we had the opportunity of actually including Sedibeng, which is the fifth region. So yeah, we're now ready to honor women at provincial level, recognize them, honor them, empower them, and teach them about, celebrating themselves.
Look, you've mentioned you've done the regional awards, and we've seen so much about it on social media. And has this all been an individual effort from your organization and your team? And then how did the Gauteng Awards, when was the birth of the Gauteng Awards? Did it come out of the hype build up out of the regional awards?
Look, it's definitely not an individual effort. I'm definitely not an island. I have an amazing supportive team around me, which is great because then we get to do what we do. But I think it's more their passion where we match each other when it comes to the passion for what we do, and that's very important. I've always worked with the Regional Sport Confederation, starting with Ekurhuleni. And Ekurhuleni Sport Confederation president was always very instrumental in ensuring that we move these awards to other regions. And it's because they saw the growth in girls' sport development within the region, but they also saw more women coming forward saying, I want to be involved in community sports. Where do I fit in? How do I fit in? The plan has always been to get to provincial level, and look, we got there sooner than we thought, but definitely with the Gauteng Sport Confederation on board, as well as the Gauteng Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation, they kind of were catalysts towards moving the awards forward and getting us to this point. But I mean, you never work alone. You always need people who understand your vision, but who also believe in what you're doing, and more importantly, who believe in the empowerment of women.
Look, the Gauteng Sports Awards, this is going to be massive. This is going to be massive. We can all just feel it coming. We do know that there's phenomenal athletes in the Gauteng region that can't wait to be recognized, be in attendance. And I think this is a platform that so many women have wanted for the longest time, because I'm not speaking with bias here, but I know that as men, we've sort of owned the space where women kind of felt alienated, and now it's like everybody's just enjoying the space together. But at the same time, you've now created a haven where women can actually enjoy the space just for themselves. What can we expect from the Gauteng Women in Sports Awards? What have you got planned? Do you want to share any secrets with us before it goes public?
No, no, I'm not sharing any secrets. Look, I just think that for me, and I guess for my team as well as the Gauteng Sports Confederation and the department, is that we want women to understand that they deserve to be recognized. It's their space, and they need to own their space, and they need to be celebrated more than anything. And that's the experience we create, even with our regional awards. We always want to create an experience more than anything, something that, even if it's my first and last time being a finalist or a nominee at these awards, that it's something I remember forever. And I guess that's what we're going with as well. We want to create a unique experience, and it's something that you remember for the rest of your life. And for a young girl who's within your school sports athlete category to continue, I mean, in 5 years' time, we'd like to see how far she's gone or what it is that she does. But it's something that will also kind of motivate her to say that this is my space. I deserve to be here, and I deserve to have dreams of being a professional sportswoman.
No, definitely. And you've spoken about dreams and aspirations. And recently, we've seen that some of the finalists from the awards were also given an opportunity to, let's say, complete some of, to give them a complete package. What did footballing girls get up to earlier this week with some of the finalists from the regions?
Look, I think for us, our awards are threefold. We concentrate on your achievements, but we also concentrate on the community development aspect, and we concentrate on self-empowerment. So this week we partnered with Betway, and we offered a leadership skills training course for women in sport, where the finalists from the Administrator of the Year category were all invited to attend this course. It is a CETA accredited course, but it also covers, I was very instrumental in putting the course together based on my experiences within the industry, but also based on people that I speak to or I run workshops for, or young ladies that are mentor on what is actually missing and what do they need to do, or what skills do they need to learn to actually be impactful and effective within their positions or within sports administration, especially at district level. Most of the time you find that women are just thrown into the position, and it's like you are there and that's about it. But half the time they don't understand why they're there or what it is that they do. And that's important for us, because we want to develop powerful female leaders. We want to make sure that the next generation has so much more than we have.
And I think that's quite a good legacy to leave behind. And it's more about leaving the space in a better place than when you found it. And that's certainly something that you've done within your space in the sport community, definitely on a regional and a provincial level. Moonira, to put something like this together must take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and obviously funding as well. And I mean, for anybody out there that wants to get involved with this amazing initiative, what are some opportunities available for people to get involved in with the awards?
Look, we're always looking for partners. We're always looking for sponsors. As I say, we want to create a unique and a beautiful experience for the ladies and the young girls, So there's always opportunities to partner and to sponsor. And I mean, we definitely are good for it when it comes to making sure that our partners and our sponsors get the exposure that they need for their brands. And we also very particular about the brands that we kind of partner with, because it's people that need to understand the vision or our vision in what we are trying to do. And basically what we are trying to do is we are trying to say to young girls and to women that occupy your space, you deserve it, you deserve to be there, you deserve to be allowed to make that change or that impact. So yeah, look, as I say, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of resources to run such events. And we've been fortunate so far in getting away with a lot. But look, we're always looking for people to partner with, and we're always looking for sponsors.
Well, there you've heard it from Moonira herself. Moonira, I mean, we want to stay up to date with everything happening with the awards. We want to know about the build-up. We want to know about the official launch that's going to be happening. Where can we follow you guys and get hold of you on social media and all of your other platforms so that we know exactly what is happening with regards to the Gauteng Women in Sports Awards?
Look, you can follow us on our social media platforms, which is Twitter. It's Footballing. Footballing is FUT, Footballing Girls. Our Facebook page as well, Footballing Girls, but also on the Gauteng Sports Confederation Twitter and Facebook pages, as well as the Gauteng Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation's social media pages. I mean, just this week they've put out notification on the events that are taking place next week. And obviously one of the events taking place next week is that we are launching, or officially launching, the Gauteng Women in Sports Awards.
No, certainly something to look forward to. And I mean, from a rugby front as well, we do know that it is the kickoff weekend of the 2021 kickoff fixtures. We currently have the Lions that are playing against the Pumas. And you as well, chairperson of the first ever Women's Rugby Institute in Africa. You wear a lot of hats. Was it easy making the transition from a footballing girls to a rugby institute, for that matter?
Not really, no. I don't think it is difficult. I think all women's sports have similar problems or similar challenges. But also, I mean, I do get involved in a lot of other sporting codes as well. So it really wasn't difficult. I mean, I'm passionate about women development. I'm passionate about women gender equality, especially in sport. So moving from, grateful, very thankful and grateful for the opportunity and the trust that was put in me to actually head up an organization, the first of its kind in the continent, but definitely up to the challenge. Very exciting because the girls actually started coming in this week. Our first batch of intakes have all started coming in. And we're officially opening the Institute next Wednesday.
Well, that's so exciting, so exciting. I can assure you that Salam Media would be there to cover the launch, having some stories come out from the launch. It's going to be amazing. And good luck to you and the rest of your team for the Gauteng Women in Sports Awards. We do know that it's going to be an amazing evening, full of glitz and glam, just like the other awards was. Moonira, thank you so much for your time this evening. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity and the platform.
It's always amazing chatting with groundbreaking women doing the first of their kind in Africa, and South Africa for that matter. Well, that leaves us with just under 5 minutes left on our show. It was a jam-packed evening. I mean, if you missed any segment on the show, you better go to our social media pages and check them out. In the opening segment, we did chat to Spin Outlaws about the spinning competition that will be taking place in Cape Town later this year. Yes, there was regional spinning competitions that took place, and the finalists from each one of those competitions will then take place in the national, compete in the national competition that will be taking place later on this year. Then after that, we had a chat to former Bafana captain and the current Cape Town City assistant coach, Aaron Mokoena, who shed some light on his playing career, the transition to being a coach, and what it's like working with the coach that coached him at Ajax Cape Town and comes back to South African shores, and they now share a bench together. Well, that was an amazing story. He also shared some stories of the 2010 World Cup. So do be sure to check that out on our social media platforms and the podcast that will be made available. After that, we were chatting to famous sports journalist Palesa and Delmain Favor, who shared their thoughts on Patrice Motsepe running for the CAF presidency and also his manifesto. Quite an interesting one. I think Patrice definitely has our support when he will be running for that presidency. Lastly, we chatted to Moonira Ramathula, who told us everything we needed to know about the Gauteng Women in Sports Awards, the first of its kind in Gauteng. Yep, that's where we leave it for tonight. It was a jam-packed evening. If you missed any segment, it would be available on our social media platforms. And for everyone out there, have a good weekend. Be safe on the roads. And remember to sanitize and keep those masks on. That's it from me, Zakir Dawood. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.